Hello everyone and welcome back to Gamer Crafting Vlogmas Day 15. We are 10 days out from Christmas. I almost didn't put up a vlog today because I've basically spent the day in my leggings on the couch. I've binged the whole of The Expanse Season 4. I did some knitting on my northeasterly. I played some video games with my wife and I was like, that's not worth vlogging. But then I remembered, hey, remember the other day when I was talking about where are all the queer movies, the queer festive movies? And there was that tidbit about Hallmark and how they said maybe they'd have, gay characters as leads in the future, but nobody was very committal about it and nobody really took it seriously. But then the 1 Million Moms group got really hopped up about it anyway and signed a bunch of petitions, even though there's not even any movies scheduled. Well, update. So on the Hallmark television channel, which is in the US. I don't think it's here. I could be wrong. But anyway, this is specifically about the Hallmark channel. They had ads from a company called Zola, which I guess is a wedding planning website. I don't know. I've been out of the need for wedding planning for a hot minute. So so I wasn't aware of what it was. Anyway, this company Zola, they had 6 different ads that they were running on Hallmark during the season of them premiering all of their zillions of brand new Christmas films that are, kind of virtually identical carbon copies of each other. Hallmark got a petition from the 1 Million Moms group saying that they didn't want the fact that the 4 of the 6 Zola ads had a lesbian couple featured. And they said, we don't want this. It's not wholesome. It doesn't belong on the Hallmark channel. It certainly doesn't belong during Christmas because I guess LGBT people, we just vaporize during the entire month of December. We just cease to exist. And Hallmark caved and they pulled these 4 ads. And then Zola, the company running the ads, said, well, we're not having you pull 4 of our 6 of our ads because there's a lesbian couple in it. So they pulled the remaining ads that featured only heterosexual couples. Now, right. I mean, it's ridiculous from start to end. This 1 Million Moms group doesn't have anywhere close to 1 Million Moms. It's probably got 24 people in it or something. This 1 Million Moms group is so a non-entity of anything important. If you search 1 Million Moms on Facebook, you get things like 1 million moms and dads that love and support their LGBT children. 1 million moms against ignorance about gun control. 1 million moms for gun control. 1 million moms ready to fight. 1 million moms. This all comes up before the actual 1 Million Moms group does, which is just, it's bananas. This group is a complete non-entity. They don't have any kind of power. There's not actually that many of them. And yet Hallmark caved to this pressure anyway. I think I read in an article, there's about 25,000 signatures. But again, who knows how many of these signatures are actually legit? They could be bots. They could be fake signatures. It could be one person signing it, 150 times with different names and postcodes, because they want to prove a point, because they have nothing else better to do in their life than get really angry that there's 2 women at an altar and in a wedding planning advert. I'm sorry that my existence upsets you to that level. I didn't realize that my existence had that much power and influence over people. It's actually astounding. What are some of these other 1 million against 1 million moms against Arthur? It's just, they've gotten a lot of press over the years with their boycotts and their this and their that, and people give them way too much power. So Hallmark's official statement was something along the lines of, the controversy surrounding the ads takes away from what our purpose is, which is to provide entertainment. Okay, so putting aside that most of their movies are virtually carbon copies of each other, this high-powered businesswoman goes back to her hometown to learn a lesson and then end up quitting her job to marry the hunky lumberjack guy, is basically what happens 90% of the time. There's not a lot of diversity, like, full stop in any of those. We're not even just talking about, like, you know, LGBTQ. We're talking, like, there's not any diversity, like, at all. Like, there's a reason that people joke about Hallmark hair. It's because the leads all have the same, like, delicately, like, beautifully curled, like, these big loose curls, like the kind that if you do yourself will fall out about 10 seconds after you walk out the door, unless you've got, you know, your own hair and makeup team following you around with a curling iron and some hairspray. I will say that the 1 million against 1 million moms against Arthur is because, for those that don't know, Arthur is a children's program that I quite enjoyed when I was a kid. It's about an aardvark and his other friends. There's like a bunny and some other vaguely identifiable animals. I mean, Arthur doesn't really look like an aardvark anyway. Anyway, the point is that in an episode like a year ago, his teacher, Mr. Ratburn, there's like a passing mention, or they think they go to Mr. Ratburn's wedding, and Mr. Ratburn is marrying another man. So 1 million moms really got angry about that too, I'm sure you can imagine. 1 million moms that support Ellen and JCPenney. There's 2 people in that group. 1 million people against 1 million moms. 1 million morally superior moms. 1 million against 1 million moms. Sure. I mean, they've gotten way more press than they deserve. I'll be honest, I don't watch the Hallmark Channel. So that's why I said I'm not sure if it's here or not. I don't really watch the Hallmark Channel. I do watch quite a lot of festive films this time of year. But I don't watch the Hallmark Channel. I'm not looking for wedding planning services at this time in my life, having been married for 6 years. Wow, I really had to think about that. Anyway, so I just wanted to say, if this is something that bothers you, maybe consider telling Hallmark what you think about it. Maybe decide not to watch any of their carbon copy, virtually samey festive films this time of year. Maybe watch something else. I can recommend a host of films that you might enjoy more than a Hallmark film. Number 1 on my list would be Carol, which was based on a book called The Price of Salt. Fantastic. That's our Christmas Eve film. Anyway, so I just wanted to do this super quick vlog to tell you my thoughts on this odd development with Hallmark and 1 million moms and them getting really, like, it's the fact that they caved so easily to this pressure. They're like, it was barely any pressure. There's like more pressure coming from those horrible, you know, hotel shower heads where, like, it just kind of, the water just drips sadly down out of the shower head and you feel like it's not enough pressure to even get the soap out of your hair. That's the amount of pressure that 1 million moms put on Hallmark to take these ads down and to cancel these ads from Zola. And they caved to it, which tells me that, like, Hallmark, they're never gonna have LGBT leads. If they couldn't even deal with, like, the teensiest amount of even a few people saying that they didn't even like that there was an ad being shown on their channel that featured an LGBT couple, they're never gonna put them in their films. That's just not gonna happen. I mean, I'm happy to be proved wrong, but I really don't see it happening given their demographic and obviously kind of what they're aiming for here. So that's all I have to say about that. Maybe go have a chat with Hallmark. And furthermore, if you're in the US specifically, where Hallmark has kind of a death grip on the greeting cards industry, I can recommend going and searching on Etsy, because there is a hell of a lot of amazing paper crafters out there, people or designers or poets making amazingly, stunningly beautiful cards, and you'll be supporting a small business instead of a giant media and greeting card conglomerate who can't handle, like, even this. They just can't. They can't do it. Anyway, please do like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with less homophobia to report. Anyway, thanks guys. I'll see ya.